Welcome to Cannon Mountains at Franconia Notch. So on the web we do share information about the park in the mountain. It's very informal. If you guys have any questions, just shout out and answer. But Cannon Mountain did have the first aerial tram in North America. It opened in 1938. That's because we had the first engineered ski trails that opened in 1932. So if you can imagine just walking up this mountain to try to get that one run a day in, you figured there had to be a better way. And they contacted their friends in Europe. This is what they came up with. Right down there in front of the New England Ski Museum is one of the original tram cars. That little car held 27 passengers to go 6.5 million people up and down this mountain. We replaced those cars in 1980 with these cars, and we've taken over 30.
You said 80 people in here?
Yes, yeah.
Ouch.
With skis.
Yeah, well, in the winter it's 70 with skis because the skis take up so much room. And people always say, you know, well, where do people put their skis? I'm like, well, you can tell them they lean them against the glass. That's why the windows are all scratched. We also had the first ski patrol in North America, and we had the first World Cup ski event in North America in 1960. So we have a really rich ski history. As for our park, we were ranked number 2 in the nation. It was 2 years ago for state parks, so pretty good park here. A lot of people come here for hiking and for other recreation. Right over here is Echo Lake. Echo Lake's a really nice lake. It's all spring fed. On the far side, you see that beach there. You can rent paddle boats, kayaks, and paddle boards. You can swim in the lake, you can fish in the lake, but you have a fishing license. They do stock it with trout, and like I said, it's about 30 feet deep, all spring fed. The water stays nice and cool all summer, so the trout really like it. Right behind that, you see that rock outcrop. That's called Artist Bluff. If you've never hiked in the White Mountains, you're thinking about maybe doing it, that's a great little introductory hike. It's about a quarter mile to the top of that rock. Most people can get up there in about a few steps of the non-drop spectacular. You can extend that hike by going up over the ridge of Wall Knob over there, and that's a total of a mile and a half. Behind us, there's a cliffs over there. Cliffs to get there and that's there. Well, they have been replaced by Garaventa dolphins. Now we're coming up to the Agudio. Our trail crews working to clear the ski trail along the rough road up it. These guys are on they are. Walk up and down these trails. No, they're contractors, they come in. Yeah. Exactly. Right here at Tower 1, it is the halfway point, so we do pass the other tram car. The tram cars are named Lafayette and Lincoln. So they are on the left, they are Lafayette. We are on the right, we are Lincoln. For all the kids who ski here in the winter, I like to call the red car ketchup, and I like to call this one mustard. As a bad joke, because you can relish the view from either one. Sorry about that. Apologize. Okay. But they get their official names by the two mountains over there. Mount Lafayette is on the left, Mount Lincoln's on the right. And now we can see the ridge that goes right between the two. That is called the Franconia Ridge. Outdoor Magazine wrote an article a few years back and said it was one of the 10 best hikes in America. And since that article came out, it was extremely popular. Probably too popular. You can either jump on the Congo line on the weekend going up, or you can just hang out at the bottom and watch people get escorted and rescued off of it. Because a lot of people, it's right on the highway, so a lot of people say, oh, let's do it, and they don't understand what it's
Yeah, they run up with their can of Coke and their bag of Cheetos.
Exactly. You need to take a lot more than that. Yep. But as we approach tower number 2, I am going to let you know we do get a gentle rocking motion back and forth. It is gentle. Just have to go from 210 energy. Rock and forth back and forth. There it is. So now below us, you can see much more typical of the ski trails of Cannon Mountain. This is what most people see when they come here. Ski trails similar to these. We have 98 trails on this mountain on Mount Bissell right behind me. The pipe-
98?
98, yeah. We have 10 different lifts that take people up. This is the only lift that runs in the summer though. The pipes going up the side of the mountain is all part of our snowmaking equipment. We have an extensive snowmaking system here that we pump water up from the lake. We swing those pipes out over the trail. We combine that with compressed air. We force the water out under high pressure.
Will that be updated when the trams get updated? Or is it
We
the same?
actually, our snowmaking system was updated 3 years ago,
Oh,
and it's
so-
constantly being upgraded. Yeah. So we can produce twice as much snow with a third the electricity.
Nice, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All the trails, pretty much?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them.
Is there?
All the main trails.
Yeah.
All have snowmaking.
Okay.
And just to let you see what you're looking at as we look out, everything on this far side is going to be the Green Mountains of Vermont. We have a mountain on the horizon over there that's sticking up by itself. That is Camel's Hump in Warren, Vermont. This long plateau over there with the high peak, that's Mount Mansfield, the highest point in Vermont. Right up here, you can see 3 peaks on the horizon. The middle peak is J Peak. Those mountains just to the right of that are the Sutton Range in Quebec. And we have Lake Willoughby and Willoughby Gap. It's that U-shaped valley. Behind us to the right will be that mountain way off in the distance there. That's our view of Maine. That's Old Spectre Bethel, Maine. Then we have the Franconia Mountain Range to the southeast of us. And if you go out on the trail, walk around the trail and go to the observation tower, to the southwest of us will be the Kinsman Mountain Range. The hike-
How far is that, like Maine, so if you?
That's 47 miles that way. J Peak is about 70 miles.
Wow.
Yep. Inside we have a cafeteria style restaurant. We have restrooms in there. At 10:30 the bar will open with the highest beer taps in New Hampshire. And there's our little bump. But if you do have the ability, I do recommend the walk. It's a quarter mile. It is a hiking trail, so there are obstacles to step over, but it's a quarter mile right around the top. Views are spectacular.
Yeah, the road was a migraine.
But I know you guys have to get back early, back to your,
Back to New Hampshire.